Hey everybody, welcome to Campbell Explorers. Thanks for joining me today. I'm on my way to Violette's Lock, Lock 23. Once we get there, I'm going to show you the parking lot, I'm going to show you the restrooms, we're going to check out the lock a little bit, and then we're going to walk about 2/3 of a mile to Riley's Lock. I really like this walk because it's so short. It's great for families. You can walk to Riley's Lock and back, it's not even 1.5 miles. The lock is named for Alfred and Kate Violette, husband and wife. They were the lock keepers towards the end of the canal service. One really neat feature of this lock is that it has an inlet lock or a guard lock. I'm going to talk more about that while we're there, but that was used to allow water from the Potomac into the canal. A secondary function was to allow boats from the Potomac, like from Virginia, to get into the canal. Unlike Pennyfield, there's no lock house there anymore. It was damaged in a flood at some point, and then I believe about 100 years ago it was destroyed in a fire. Jeb Stuart, he was a Confederate general. He crossed over from Virginia into Maryland around this area. The area is called Rouser's Ford. There's a sign near the entrance. There was a dam just upstream of the guard lock. We'll take a look at that as well. And something that always really fascinates me is how much nature has really taken over the canal. We're going to take a look at the actual lock, and you're going to see how it's just forest around it. All right, here we are. All right, let's see what we have here. So they're pretty middle of the road, seem fine to me. They'll work. Parking lot's not bad. It looks small, but it doesn't get too busy here. This is the lift lock, the main lock. It's crazy how nature reclaims so much. The inlet lock still looks pretty good. There used to be a dam here, dam number 2, but it's long gone. But if you look down, you can still see where they laid a lot of the stones. So boats would come in from Virginia or maybe upriver on the Potomac, and they really had to, because as you can hear and maybe see, there's rapids right there. Boats were not going to get through there. Boats would come right in, and there's the gate to the inlet lock chamber right there. You can see the surface is a lot different. It's a lot more fine than Pennyfield to Violette's Lock. It's really fine. And just like Pennyfield Lock, it's actually mostly very flat. There's a little bit of elevation. Now, unfortunately, all on the towpath, you're going to see a lot of trees that have this orange flashing on it. A lot of these trees are ash trees that have been basically killed by a pest called the emerald ash borer. All right, let's see what we have here. Nice view. Onward. So when you're walking this way, just be aware there is a culvert that runs right under here. And so if you're walking with kids or pets, you want to make sure they don't get too close. Not too far along the path, there's this really nice open area. Got a bench if you need to rest. And that's a really great view of the Potomac. I'm not really sure what this is, but it has this also. I thought it was an old chimney or oven. Not really sure. Hey, if you know, put it in the comments. Thanks. So another thing that's really different on this walk versus Pennyfield is that the canal here is basically dry. On this particular day that I'm filming, I'm actually really surprised. I've hardly seen anybody. A couple of cyclists went by me about 5 minutes ago. I've seen more deer than people. That's Violette's Lock. It's a wonderful walk. I think it's great for families, very quick. If you want to come to Riley's Lock and back, it's a little over a mile. If you like today's walk, hey, throw me a like. Tell me what you think in the comments. If your experience is different than mine, I hope it's even better. Thanks for watching.